The news at 5:30 starts right now.
Tragedy on the tracks. We begin tonight with a fatal train crash on the northeast side.
A man walking along the tracks off I-35 and Thousand Oaks Drive is dead tonight. We're still working to learn his name. Stephen Cavazos tells us he wasn't alone when he was hit by that train, but he was the only person that was hit.
It started out as a walk on these tracks, but for one man, it would be the last steps he would take after San Antonio police say he was struck by a moving train.
According to police, that man and another person were walking on the tracks early Sunday morning. It was during that time a train came along and hit the pedestrian. First responders arrived here on the scene where the man was pronounced dead. The other person was not hurt, but police believe the two may have been intoxicated at the time of this deadly crash.
The medical examiner has not released the name of that man, but he is believed to be in his 30s. Stephen Cavazos, KSAT 12 News.
New tonight, Crime Stoppers is asking for help solving the 2017 murder of Kevin Duplechain. Here's a picture of him. The 44-year-old was killed in November 2017 in the 100 block of Sample Street. That's not far from the Alamo Dome near South Hackberry and Iowa Street. Investigators were called to that location and ended up finding Duplechain's body. They say he had been staying there for a few weeks, but they've been looking for his killer ever since. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP. A reward is being offered for information that leads to an arrest.
A man is behind bars tonight after allegedly causing a crash that sent a pregnant woman to the hospital. It happened around 11 o'clock last night on North Pecos, La Trinidad, near I-10 in South Frio. Police say 39-year-old Ray Williamson may have been intoxicated when he crashed into a curb and he hit the back of an SUV. That vehicle was pushed forward and slammed into the back of the woman's car. That woman was taken to the hospital. Williamson taken to jail on a DWI charge.
San Antonio police are looking for the person who cut a man during a fight last night. They say two men were arguing around midnight along Presa and Hansford Streets, that's south of downtown. The victim told police during the fight the suspect hit him in the upper back with an unknown object. Police say the victim had a laceration. They talked with witnesses at the scene, but the suspects had already taken off running. At last check, no arrests have been made.
The San Antonio water system had to shut down a west side well after E. coli was found in a water sample. Not to worry, though. SAW says this does not impact any customers. The bacteria was found during a standard water quality sampling of untreated water. The well is located between Ingram Road and Loop 1604. SAW says it has been shut down while they disinfect that well. Again, it does not impact any customers.
Well, the Omicron variant is spreading across the country, fueling the latest surge in cases of COVID-19 right as we head into the holiday season.
Yeah, millions of Americans expected to travel and gather with family and friends, and health experts continue to stress the importance of vaccines and boosters as well as continuing to wear those masks out in public. Here's ABC's Marcus Moore with all the details.
President Biden will deliver a speech on Tuesday to address the Omicron variant as the country faces another unrelenting surge in COVID cases. The U.S. now averaging more than 125,000 new cases every single day. At the end of October, the nation was averaging about half that, 64,000 new cases per day. New York with a record-breaking number of cases. The state reporting the third day in a row with over 20,000 positive cases. Demand for testing is on the rise. Long lines outside testing centers across the country.
As we go into the holiday season, testing is really important so that people can gather safely.
The latest surge is being driven by the Omicron variant, which seems to be accelerating in its spread across the country and is set to become the dominant variant in the U.S.
It's shaping up to be a hard winter. We're going to see huge case numbers. They will probably exceed the 250,000 a day that's already the record from a year ago, last January.
Health officials continue to stress the importance of getting vaccinated and, if eligible, boosted.
It is certainly much more of a crisis of the unvaccinated, but there are other tools besides vaccine, and wearing a mask complements the protection that you get from a vaccine and a boost.
On Friday, the TSA says it screened 2.2 million travelers and more than 2 million on Saturday. Dr. Fauci with some advice ahead of the holidays.
Do not do things like go to gatherings where there are people who you do not know what their vaccination status is.
Marcus Moore, ABC News, Los Angeles.
With Christmas around the corner, Donate Life partners are coming together to put on a unique display, the Giving Tree. It's the 7th year the tree has come to Ingram Park Mall.
Lee Waldman is live tonight outside the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center. Lee, the point of this display is to inspire.
Yeah, inspire people to become organ, eye, and tissue donors, a need that is so incredibly great. The South Texas Blood and Tissue Center and Texas Organ Sharing Alliance partnered together to create the display, a tree with the stories of loved ones who donated after their lives have ended. The Ingram Park Mall and the La Plaza Mall in McAllen both host the trees that are on display through the end of the year. The goal to inspire others to become donors as well.
There's hundreds of thousands of people who need a transplant throughout the year, whether it's organ, eye, or tissue. And just to have those folks who say, you know, this is what I want to do, and sign up for the registry, it's so helpful.
There's a virtual tree lighting ceremony happening on the 22nd. And tonight on the Night Beat, I'll introduce you to the Berlin family and tell you about their son, William, who is giving the gift of life. At the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Thanks, Lee. A day to remember. It's what hundreds of local families experienced this morning at a Christmas toy giveaway. Who's behind that effort? In the heartwarming moment, a little boy got the surprise he was waiting all year for. That's next. The sounds of the season. The countdown to Christmas is on, and this morning hundreds of families had a little holiday cheer ahead of the big day. Hundreds of families showed up to Gospel Vision Ministries' 16th annual Christmas toys and bike giveaway over on the east side. That event was originally scheduled for yesterday, but organizers had to reschedule because of the yucky weather out there yesterday. And even though it's cold outside today, Reverend James Robinson says more than 1,700 people were in line and ready to receive those gifts.
It makes me feel real good. We do the Thanksgiving event, the back to school and Christmas. And when you putting it all together and there's a line like 3 miles long, it's very gratifying.
Reverend Robinson credits his mom, the late Mama Boone, for the inspiration behind these events. He says she spent much of her life serving the San Antonio community.
And 'tis the season for tamales. And if you think you know which San Antonio restaurant makes them best, you need to chime in on KSAT.com. We are in round 2 of the KSAT News Now Tamale Showdown. The 6 restaurants up for the top slot are Adelita's Tamale and Tortilla Factory, Del Rio Tortilla Factory, the Tejas Tamales and Barbacoa, Tamale Boys Tacos and Tamales, Delicious Tamales, and Reuben's Homemade Tamales.
Now that you're hungry, there's still time to vote for your favorite. The winners of round 2 will be announced tomorrow on KSAT News Now. Those 3 restaurants will then move on to the final round, and the winner will be announced on December 23rd. Head over to KSAT to vote right now at KSAT.com. You can watch KSAT News Now with RJ Marquez and Alicia Barrera Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on KSAT.com or on the KSAT TV app, available any way you stream.
I know what I want for dinner.
Yeah, and definitely tamale weather out there for sure. It is chilly. It's feeling a lot like Christmas outside. Finally, it has been a very warm December, but we are in for a bit of a warm up here for us. Let's take a look at the aquifer level real quick. Aquifer, good news, up 0.8 of a foot over the past 24 hours. Not great news here. Mountain cedar is high and molds are moderate, so that's a bit of a hiccup in the pollen count. But I want to show you the radar. There are still some showers there on the radar, but most of this is evaporating before it hits the ground. Hey, coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk about how this is actually going to be one of the coolest days we're going to have for a while, because we will be sunny and cool tomorrow, but not as chilly. We'll have a gradual warm up this week, and guess what? Near 80 degrees, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Your full forecast after the break.
First time that we have a fire in our fireplace was this morning. I woke up, it was so cold. I was like, get a fire going.
It's that time.
Yeah, it is. And it's supposed to be that time, right? But
Yes.
December has been very warm, and today, though, was chilly. In fact, I want to take a look at the numbers today and talk a little bit about how much rain we've seen. Let's take a look outside with live cam right now. You can see out there that the high temperature today was only 52 degrees. That's 12 degrees below the average of 64. And our morning low was 40. So we were almost in the 30s locally around San Antonio. And take a look at the 2-day rain total. 0.9 inches of rain, so almost a full inch of rain. And guess what? We've still got some light rain falling in many places. Although I will tell you this, the radar is overestimating what's exactly falling to the ground because it's so dry outside that a lot of this is evaporating before it even hits the ground. But we do have a light rain shower on the south side of Bexar County, right just south of Elmendorf. This is going to be pushing out toward the Calaveras Lake area. And out in Wilson County, we've got some light showers as well. Similar story out toward Gonzales, some light rain there, but around Bexar County, again, just a few sprinkles. And notice how in Devine and in Medina County, there's another swath here of light rain. Again, most of this will evaporate before it even hits the ground. So we're really looking at very, very light rain, almost sprinkles in nature out there this evening. And it's going to gradually come to an end as well. So let's take a look at your evening forecast tonight. We're going to stay cloudy all night long, and it's going to be chilly. Temperatures are going to fall into the low 40s by midnight, and we'll have light winds from the northeast at about 5 miles per hour. So cloudy and chilly with an isolated shower through about 10 p.m. possible, but again, very light rain as a lot of that is evaporating. Now take a look at the big weather pattern here. We've got a big upper level low across the panhandle, and that's what's bringing us that energy and allowing for sudden that light rain. Well, that's going to be moving off to the east, and in its wake, what we'll see probably some morning clouds early tomorrow morning, but drier air is going to be pulled in from here, and that's when we're going to see sunshine tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a sunny day. It will be cool, but it's going to be sunny, and that's something to really be excited about because it's been fairly gray over the last several days. So starting off tomorrow morning, right near 40 degrees in San Antonio. We'll be just above freezing up in the hill country, 41 for the morning low in Del Rio, 41 in Gonzales, 39 in New Braunfels. And again, with that sunshine, we will be able to warm up to near 60 degrees in the afternoon. So it is going to be cool, still sweater weather, just not as chilly as the last couple of days. But we are going to warm up this week. And so unfortunately, if you've been wanting that Christmassy feeling on Christmas Day, we're just not going to get it because a big upper level high is going to be moving in from the Pacific over Mexico and allowing for us to gradually warm up during the week. But by Friday, Christmas Eve, and Saturday, Christmas Day, we're going to be fairly warm, especially according to December standards. Our average high this time of year is 64, and on Friday and on Saturday, we're going to be close to 80 degrees. Now, the mornings will be cool, just not chilly. Mornings will be in the 50s on Friday and Saturday. So again, tomorrow, a few morning clouds with afternoon sunshine, 40 at 7, 52 at noon, 60 for the high, east-southeast winds at 5 miles per hour. And then looking ahead, we are going to be seeing the humidity gradually increase, so that means morning fog on Tuesday, and temperatures will be cool through Wednesday and then warm Thursday through the weekend.
So just pretend it's Christmas now.
Yeah, why not?
Soak it up. Soak it up.
Yeah, Santa Claus be wearing shorts and flip-flops when he gets to San Antonio. All right, Greg, the Cowboys head up to the Big Apple looking for a win today.
And they get a big win, and no thanks to the Dallas Cowboys offense, really, because it was the Dallas defense that dominated from start to finish, reminding us of these Super Bowl days. And we're live with the Roadrunners in Frisco when we come back.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys are going to play 4 NFC East rivals over the next 5 games, starting with the win at Washington, continuing today at the Big Apple with the New York Giants. First quarter, defense leads to offense. DeMarcus Lawrence tips a pass. Jordan Lewis comes up with a big pick, and he's taking it back inside the Giants' 15-yard line. The Cowboys are in business at the 13. 2 plays later, Ezekiel Elliott going right up the gut here for the score, but they missed the PAT, 6-3 Dallas after 1. Later second quarter now, Lawrence again causing another turnover turnover, stripping Saquon Barkley. Carlos Watkins falls on it. That would lead to a 27-yard field goal from Greg Zuerlein to put Dallas up 15-3 as time expires in the first half. After the Cowboys defense comes up with another turnover, this time on downs, Dak Prescott finds Dalton Schultz at the back of the end zone for the 3-yard touchdown. They miss the extra point again. It's 21-6 Dallas. New York in Cowboys territory, trying to stay in it. Mike Glennon flush from the pocket. He throws it in the end zone, but Trayvon Diggs is there and comes down with his 10th interception of the season. Cowboys force 4 turnovers on the day. 3 of those are interceptions. Cowboys take it 21-6.
We're definitely building. As I've said before, we're trying to peak at the right time, make sure that we're heading into the postseason with momentum, playing some of our best ball. Defense is doing that. Offense still has some growth to do. But as you said, 3-0, 3 road games, that's big. That's big, headed in the direction where we're going.
We got to keep rolling. We got the momentum. Just keep going, keep pushing. You know, we're catching the momentum at the right time, so just keep going, keep fighting, and we got to finish strong.
It's amazing just to be on the team with a strong defense. It don't get no better than that. You know, just trying to beat the offense and, you know, touchdowns now.
All right, Texas and Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars, who fired their head coach Urban Meyer this week. Houston jumps out on top early thanks to this 15-yard drive, capped off when Davis Mills hits Brandon Cooks with a 22-yard touchdown, 7-0 Houston. Jags kick off after field goal. Tremon Smith from the 2-yard line. He finds a little daylight, breaks through the pile, keeps his balance, and he's off to the races. 98-yard kick return to make it 14-3 Houston. They'd add a pair of field goals in the second, take a 20-10 lead at halftime. 4-quarter now. Jags within a touchdown when Mills finds Cooks again, this time on the swing pass, waits for his blockers and turns on the Jets. 43 yards to the house. Texans get their 3rd win of the season, 30-16. Davis Mills 19-30 for 209 yards, 2 touchdowns with 1 interception. The best game of the season and his first win as a starter in the NFL.
Felt very comfortable in the pocket. I thought our guys up front did a great job protecting all day, and we did well at communicating at their pressures and just making sure we were pointed correctly in protection. So I think we saw that well. And then, I mean, Brandon had a great day, obviously 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Been, I mean, extremely consistent all year, and that's why he's very easy as a target to find.
All right, here's the matchup next for the Texans. They host the Chargers on Sunday at noon on December the 26th. For the Dallas Cowboys, they're back home to play host to the Washington football team. That will be on Sunday night at 7:20, not at noon. The UTSA Roadrunners continue their preparation for the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl today with their second workout in North Texas to prepare for the San Diego State on Tuesday after being forced inside of the Cowboy Star Complex due to cold, rainy, and windy weather on Saturday. Roadrunners were back inside today at Coppell's High School's indoor facilities. How about that? An inside facility at a high school. It's more. Let's take you live to Frisco. That's where we find our Larry Ramirez hanging out with the Roadrunners. Hey, Larry.
Yeah, hey, Greg, and thank you very much. So we are just about 2 days away from the Frisco Bowl between the UTSA Roadrunners and the San Diego State Aztecs. It is almost time to get it on. So after practicing at the Star yesterday to get out of the elements, the Roadrunners held practice this morning at Coppell High School and that program's indoor facility, which was completed in the summer of 2000. The Dallas Cowboys and the Alabama Crimson Tide have practiced there in the past. The Roadrunners hit the turf running and practiced for some 90 minutes. Once finished up, we asked Coach Traylor what he wants his guys to take away from this week.
You know, it's a fine line. We've got expectations and work to do, but at the same time, it should be a reward for a fantastic season. And that balance in life is like a lot of us as men have gotten older, the balance of life. You know, how much fun, how much work, how much family time. It's just all of that. It's a balance. And we want to show up and do it right. We take great pride in our brand, the 210 Triangle of Toughness, our culture.
Talk about doing it right. After practice today, members of the team headed over to Frisco Fast Packs to help pack food for kids in need. Frisco Fast Packs delivers weekend meals to all Frisco ISD campuses to ensure kids do not go hungry when school is not in session.
No doubt, that's something that you take for granted, right? Those hot meals that you get, and these kids, the idea behind it is that during the school week they get 2 hot meals, and then on the weekends they don't really get that provided to them. And so this is where this organization comes in, and Fast Packs is able to pack food for them to take over on the weekends so that they can have that food for them.
Oh, Frisco Fast Packs is such a cool organization. Please make sure to join us tonight on Instant Replay as we continue our bowl game coverage. Greg, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Larry. Looking forward to that. The Spurs playing right now, so we'll have all the highlights of their win, we hope, coming up.
Lots to talk about later. Thanks, Greg.
We'll be right back.
A few light rain showers out there until about 8, but the sun will come out tomorrow. And we'll be looking at a high temperature near 60. So cool day tomorrow, but then a gradual warm up by Friday and Saturday. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day will be close to 80 degrees.
Thank you, Sarah. That's all of our time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you here for the Night Beat.